come on here today because I wanted to show the new Salvino's Chase Elliott Next Gen Kit. Now, you guys have probably seen a lot of videos of these already. They're popping up all over the place. I was lucky enough to get my hands on one now. They're for sale at Scale Pro Shop, but we won't be shipping them until the week of the 26th. But I'm so excited to have this in hand. I wanted to open it up, and you're probably going to see some better unboxing videos elsewhere, but I just can't contain my excitement. I want to see what's in this thing. I have had some exposure to this kit a little bit, to a certain degree. I was given a body a while back from Rick for his rollout car. He had decaled it and asked me to put some clear on it, but I had some issues with it. So I think you can see here there's some bubbles here. The clear I used pulled the decals off the paint. He had used some flat paint, so anywhere there was no adhesion, it just pulled it right off. So I ended up having to do a whole new body. He said he couldn't use it. I guess it was too wide. He thought that perhaps the heat I put on it to put the decals on had potentially warped the body, but I'm not so sure. He gave me a couple other bodies here, and I was checking them out as well. And by the way, these are test shots, so you know they're not going to be as good as the production ones you're getting in your kits today. But like one of the bodies he gave me was already much wider than the body he had, and then the second one here is narrower. So I mean, that's just some of the variation you could potentially get, but I don't think there's any harm in actually using some heat on your decals. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get into this. I saved the plastic for this. It literally is going to be right out of the box here. And I'm excited. This thing's heavy, by the way. I think they were saying it's like almost 2 pounds. Now, if you followed Salvino's at all, watched their lives, and watched what's on the internet, you'll know that this kit was basically designed from NASCAR drawings. They just took NASCAR's drawings and turned them into a model kit, made the thicknesses correct for a model and things like that. But as far as the surface detail, everything is exact to what the real car is, which is very, very unique. I don't think that's ever occurred in a model before, at least not to my knowledge. So let's see what we got. Now, I don't have a real great way to display this. I'm just going to hold stuff up. Here we got the hood. But you know what I am going to do is I'm going to open everything up because this thing's going to get built sooner rather than later. I don't build that fast, but I don't get a lot of models done, but I'm already excited about this one. So we got the hood. Here's the body. The molding on this is great. I mean, like I told you, I had one of the rollout test shots, and you can see even on this, or I can see, you probably can't see it, but there were some very fine mold lines on it. Still very good, better than you get on most kits, but it looks like even on this one, some of that's not even there. So the concept that they are going for of having people just take the colored plastic and put the decals on, it's fairly workable without it looking too bad. That's certainly not the way I want to go. I like to really put a lot of time and effort into the models and make them look as realistic as possible. But if you just want a shelf car, that's definitely a way you could go with this thing. Not a problem at all. Anyway, yeah, very nice body. Very nice quality. We got the glass here. Let's see what's in the glass. Probably shouldn't even take it out yet, but some of it is kind of falling off the sprue here, but the glass is crystal clear. Crystal clear. Now, it won't be like that when I get done with it because you have to put some decals on that. This is already falling off. But it's really nice to start off with a really cherry piece there. All right. We got the tires. Rubber tires here. Probably more like a vinyl. I have noticed in the past that some of Salvino's tires were really soft, but these don't appear to be that way, so sanding them down shouldn't really be much of a problem. Really nice molding there on all 4 of these. No manufacturing issues or anything like that whatsoever, so happy about those. I'm probably not doing a good job of holding this stuff up so you can see it. But anyway, great little tire there. What else we got? All right, so again, if you don't know already, and I'm sure most of you who are watching this do, Salvino's has molded these in color so that a novice builder could not have to paint it if you didn't want to and still have a nice shelf model. So the trees are actually, I mean, this is everything left in the box, and it's quite heavy. There's a lot of different trees, and they're all molded in different colors here, because that way, if you didn't want to paint it, you would have something that somewhat resembles the actual color. Again, if you're a serious builder, you're not going to leave it that way, but if you want to just have a shelf model, that'd be fine. So let's see what we got here. So here's the wheels. Now, one thing I didn't see from them earlier was the wheels. I had not gotten my hands on those. I had a set of tires, but not the actual rims. But they look really nice. Again, really crisp molding on all of this. They've been saying they were targeting Tamiya quality, and I have to tell you, I agree with them. I mean, this looks as good as any Tamiya kit I've ever opened before. Fantastic. All right, what else we got? Here's another black tree. This is the under tray, and the seat, and some other parts I'm not aware of. Looks like they got the headrest here on there. Very cool. Great stuff. All right, here's some of the silver trees. We got the transaxle here, the X-Track gearbox, the headers, which look really nice, and the steering wheel. Looks like the steering wheel might have a little divot in it, probably from the molding, but that's easily filled. I'd be surprised if that's how the actual steering wheel is, but not a big deal at all. And one thing I'm really actually pretty excited about is this car has some aluminum, you know, I don't even know what you call this, sort of a crush zone that holds up the body. And I think there's some stuff that you can really do with paint to make that just pop on this model. Now, of course, the body's gonna cover everything up, but I really want to make the body removable on this, so I'm going to do everything I can on my model to be sure that I can remove that model, the body, and show off all that detail. But wow, this is good stuff. Really liking this. And here's the other silver tree. Again, more suspension pieces, more of the crush zone supports. The shocks, which everybody's been talking about, they are really nice. Really nice. The engine block is there. Got your manifold right here. Wow, really cool. Definitely very good stuff. And then we got the white tree here, which consists of mostly like the interior bits, the roll cage, the fuel cell top, and I don't even know what some of these other pieces are. You've got the rear tin, the rear of the roll cage. This is probably the firewall, I imagine. And then the next piece, we got the what would have been a transmission hoop, or if you had a transmission. The door bars, top of the roll cage. Wow, really nice kit, guys. I'm excited. I'm excited about this kit. I did have some exposure already, as I mentioned, to the rollout decals. They were actually, this isn't the one I did, this is one Rick did, but the black on here, what I did, I used the black on it just to prove that I could do it, and had this all wrapped around. It looked amazing. I couldn't believe how well the decals wrapped on this thing, and I'm expecting nothing less on this car, because what they've done here is given you obviously the body's in blue, so the expectation is you could paint the body blue or leave it. And then for the white parts of the livery, you've got a white only sheet, which you would lay down first. And then, let's see, you've got some of the black details, which is like the grill, the sides, and the window trim. And then you've got the logos, numbers, and so forth, tire decals. Yeah, this is good stuff. So I have no reason to think that that white won't lay down just as well as the black did on the rollout car. I would use a little heat and some microsol for sure. Get that down, lie flat, and it's gonna look great. I'm probably gonna opt to paint the white on this, just because even though the decals will work and look pretty good, boy, it's a lot of effort to get them to lay down, and if something goes wrong, you'll have to get another set. And so I think I'm just gonna paint the white and be good with that. So anyway, that's the kit. Really excited to have this in hand. Again, here's the box. We have these for pre-order at scaleproshop.com. Again, shipping out the week of 4/26. You can also pre-order the other ones. We've got the Alex Bowman, Kyle Larson, and the William Byron available for ordering right now. So check those out, guys. So a couple other things I wanted to talk to you about. We've got the SoCal Open coming up. If you're on this page or on my email list, you will see that we're getting some sponsors rounded up. The trophies have been ordered, and we've been announcing the sponsors as we can to kind of generate some interest as leading up to the show. And really excited about that. Tamiya is on board again. They've given us a whole bunch of kits to give away for our charity raffle. The show, by the way, is on May 1st. It's in Chatsworth, California. It's at the Rancho San Antonio Boys Home. Basically what that is, it's a home for boys who've gotten in some trouble and need a little guidance in their life. And instead of, like going to juvenile hall or doing something like that, they bring them into the home and, teach them some life skills, give them some discipline, and give them a new lease on life. And there's a car club called the Classic Chevys of Southern California, who put on a full-size car show on the campus of the boys' home. And boy, they get some great rides there. Definitely some great rides. And they've been very gracious to allow us to have a model contest inside the gymnasium of the campus. And so we kind of work together in conjunction on the scheduling of the show and everything. And boy, it's great. This is probably the second largest model car show in California, next to NNL West. We get a great turnout. We've got some good vendors there, good food there outside. You can go out and get some barbecue. Just a great all around a good time. So if you're in the area, come on by May 1st, Chatsworth, California. In addition to Tamiya, we signed up with Coast Airbrush. They sent us some prize packages, so we're really excited to have them on board. If you haven't been to Coast Airbrush, if you come to California, if you're not from here, go to Anaheim, not far from Disneyland, and go to Coast Airbrush. It is, in my opinion, like the Disneyland of painting. I mean, you walk in this store and they just got everything you need. They sell a lot of different paint. I like to get my House of Color paint there. When I want to do a real custom paint job, I will get House of Color. I get my clear coat there, and you can obviously get airbrush replacement parts. You can buy your whole airbrush there. They do classes, and they're just really starting to get into the model car scene a little bit more. They've always been a great resource for modelers here in Southern California, but as far as their involvement in our scene, they haven't really been in that too much. So when I approached them, they were really excited to get on board. They see a market with us guys that build models. And so we're really happy to have them on board. And hopefully this will be something we can continue into the future. So anyway, more details as we announce more sponsors. But thanks for jumping on here, guys. And get yourself a Salvino's kit. Alrighty, we'll talk to you later. Bye all.